Yeah, let me go first of all to the Tsipras agreement. How will this be greeted by his party and those that oppose him in Athens?
Tom, with both relief and anger. So relief, of course, that the worst case scenario has been averted. Just a few days ago, we thought that what happened last night could mean that Greece was going to be forced out of the Eurozone. That outcome appears to, for now, have been averted. But there is a lot of anger in his party, a sense that Alexis Tsipras essentially surrendered. One spokesperson for the Syriza party saying that Greece has now been waterboarded by Euro area leaders for the third time in a century. A feeling here that Tsipras surrendered because essentially the package of austerity measures that he agreed to, by every way you measure it, is much harsher than what the referendum that he referred to as blackmail was voted against, Tom.
Brendan Greeley was mentioning earlier that you wonder what the bailout aid or the actual aid, the humanitarian aid or the banking aid to the Greek people is. What have you observed on the streets as they begin Monday?
I would say that life is pretty close to normal here in Athens. I would not describe the move as extremely tense or chaotic. People are nervous, but this has been 5 years of economic contraction, and people say they are used to this kind of thing. So, for example, you know the banks are closed. We are now entering the third week of capital controls here. We just heard in the past couple of minutes that the bank holiday and the capital controls will once again be extended beyond today. They were supposed to be lifted at the end of the day, but nobody really thought that was going to happen. For business, that's where it becomes more difficult because these capital controls mean anybody who is trying to import anything is not able to pay foreign suppliers. So business is grinding to a halt here, Tom, and that really is my takeaway. Perhaps this referendum gave Tsipras a lot more popularity domestically, but think about the economic damage that it has done in the past few weeks and the economic damage it continues to do as banks remain shut.
And then, Brendan, to drive the conversation forward, Mark Chandler at Brown Brothers Harriman's just states flatly there will be a change of government within Greece.
Well, this is where we're going to find out what these votes are. Olivia, right behind you in the Parliament building, there's going to be some votes in the next 72 hours. What is the timeline right now as Alexis Tsipras returns to Athens?
Alexis Tsipras returns to Athens. In that Parliament building behind me, he is going to face the greatest mutiny from his own party, Syriza. But again, he seems to have enough support because the vote this past weekend, he got 251 out of 300 seats. So a cabinet shuffle now seems inevitable. That could happen as soon as today. Longer term, a lot of people are talking about the chance that Alexis Tsipras will have to call snap elections and perhaps form a new unity government, but that is a long way off. In the immediate term, he has 72 hours to get this new package of austerity measures passed, which, again, is harsher than what they rejected in the referendum. Brendan?